Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. Well, the t-shirt says, abnormal is fine, stupid is not. Well, here we have Stupid Ring Excerpts on the Alpha label, featuring three singers, Christian Libor, soprano, Michael Vinius, tenor, and Derek Velton, bass baritone, as, the women and the men. I mean, whoever they are, in whichever opera they happen to be in. You get some vocal extracts and things like that. And, well, what do you have here? You have the chorus of the Opéra Nationale de Bordeaux and the Orchestra Nationale Bordeaux Acquitaine, a second-rate French orchestra, which still sounds second-rate, and Joseph Swenson conducting. And I'm surprised, because Svenson's a good conductor and a wonderful musician, and I don't understand why he's doing this. I really, really, really don't. I mean, if you want ring excerpts, go buy some ring excerpts of each opera are the best. We've got those ring without words recordings, where you have a continuous playing or almost continuous or symphonic style interleaving of, the things in chronological order just for orchestra. Or you can get great singers singing great scenes from the ring. Or, like I said, you can buy highlights discs of like most of the big ring cycles, Böhm or Schulte or Karajan, whoever the heck, right? So what is the point of this? I really don't know. It's an anthology of Der Ring des Nibelungen for soprano, tenor, bass baritone, male chorus, and large orchestra, arranged by Joseph Swenson and recorded live. Joseph Swenson, however you want to pronounce it. I don't think he cares. I sure as hell don't. There he is, looking very, very Wagnerian. That's the triumphal Wagnerian hand-raising, oh, aren't we wonderful? I can't do it in this. Oh, aren't we wonderful? It's not wonderful. It's absolutely, first of all, the orchestra is distinctly second-rate. The brass playing in particular, this being live, is, well, I wouldn't exactly call it fallible, but the balances are wrong. Like, for example, let me give you an example. The Ride of the Valkyries. I mean, what could be more iconic than the Ride of the Valkyries, right? Well, you don't hear the opening notes. And the phrases, all of a sudden you hear, it's going whip, 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 da 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 da. He's like, why? Wait a minute. When did it start? What's going on? It's like missing the starting bit of some of the melodies. That's a big problem. I mean, these are like the big moments don't come off. They don't come off well at all. I mean, he messes with like the percussion writing in the Brunhilde's immolation scene. I mean, let the babe immolate. For heaven's sake. Well, actually, it's after she's immolated. The Rhine's done its thing, and the Rhine maidens suck Hagen back down to the bottom of the river. And then you see the gods of, in Valhalla, while the flames are flickering underneath and all hell's breaking loose. And then you hear the last bit of Siegfried's theme. Bum, ba, bum, ba, dun, dun, pow! And what you have is a huge suspended cymbal diminuendo roll thing, underpinned by a huge swat on the tam-tam, neither of which are here. The cymbal roll is done by crash cymbals, not very good sounding ones, and you don't hear the tam-tam at all. It's not like you need to. It's not like Wagner does not live or die on percussion. Although the descent into Nibelheim, is supposed to have your 18 anvils. There are not, it cannot be 18 anvils. Absolutely does not sound like 18 anvils. It sounds like a bunch of people going tink titty tink titty tink titty tink titty tink titty tink titty tink titty. It's tinny and not powerful at all. Although anvils are not known for their richness of tone, normally speaking, but that's okay. I mean, I was the special guest anvilist in a performance of John Leif's Hekla in Helsinki, so I can tell you for sure that the anvils are not necessarily the most dulcet and fulfilling of instruments to play. But still, 18 of those suckers, it should be more powerful than here. And so it goes. Now, as for the singing, well, you've got, there's Michael Vinius, the tenor guy. He's okay. I mean, they're all okay. I mean, actually, Actually, Derek Welton, the guy who sings Wotan, the bass baritone, he's really good. And I think that it'd be nice to have heard him in like a real opera doing the thing. I mean, Christiane Libor, who does Brunhilde and all the soprano stuff, she's got one of those kind of squally, vibrato laden, wobbly high note things, which are, at least as recorded here. I mean, I've heard her elsewhere, and she sounded fine. So maybe she was just having an off night. I don't know. All I can tell you is when she's chatting with her horse before she, immolates, you just need. Well, she's no Birgit Nielsen. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? And this guy, like I said, Michael Vinius, who does like all the whiny tenor parts. Well, he sounds like a whiny tenor. I don't know. I like the Ring. I love the Ring. The Ring is beautiful. But this is a wholly unnecessary object. Completely, totally worthless production. What need does it fill? I mean, if the performance were outstanding, it would be fabulous, but it's music we know, from operas we know. And if you don't want to sit and listen to 14 hours of it, then go find a nice disc of excerpts. I like Zell and Cleveland. Oh my God, fabulous Ring excerpts, or that Ring Without Words thing, or one of those, or those weird Edo de Vart productions of Wagner operas. With those grotesque goth cover things there. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do to get your fill of the Ring without having to hear a second-rate orchestra and some relatively indifferent soloists waddle through it. There's just no point. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.